Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome, dear parents. As promised last week, we're going to have a very special um, session today. I think ramai pun dah tahu kita punya speaker for today, but let me just introduce our none other than Encik Ahmad, CEO of Genius Aulad. Welcome, Encik Ahmad. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, Encik Azhar, and all the parents out there.
How are you, Encik Ahmad? How are you coping with the lockdown so far?
Alhamdulillah, I can't stand it. Anyway, I wish we can go back to work soon, or probably next week. But we have to wait for another week, unfortunately. Yeah.
I think it's going to be quite challenging for most parents out there. Don't you think so, Encik Ahmad?
Yeah, I mean, talking about myself, working from home as well as dealing with the parenting, which is very challenging nowadays. So it's a double whammy, yeah. The stress with the lot of work. I mean, that stress probably you can manage to extend, but coping with the challenging parenting at home. Well, it is a real challenge, yeah. So, but anyway, I'll just would like to say thank you to all the Genius Aulad parents out there who has been supporting us, and as usual, we will do our best to ensure that the online classes will be interesting and beneficial to our children. And if you have anything that you would like to give us the feedback, do talk to our principal at your respective center, or you can reach us at our HQ. Yeah. Today, our Encik Azhar asked me to touch a little bit about how do we raise a happy and confident children.
Exactly, Chairman. I don't think you're going to touch a little bit. I think you're going to touch a lot. Yes, you're right. We're going into the topic of raise happy, confident children in academics and life. But before we go into the topic, Encik Mat, can you tell us more about yourself, Encik Mat?
Well, I think I'm married with children. Okay, I mean I'm already 55 years old, so I have children as well as not yet a grandchildren. I don't have a grandchildren as yet.
Inshallah soon.
But I mean those who are my batch has a few already have a grandchildren. But
how long have you been parenting, Encik Mat?
Well, easily 30 years. I mean, well, probably 25 years. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of time.
Yeah. So, but how I would like to share today is not how do we raise a happy children, but I would talk more of how do I raise a happy and confident children, because for me, this is not something cast in stone. Yeah, so it may differ from one children to another. Yeah, but what I would like to share is what I have done for my children, and also I think some positive result for it. So then the sharing, probably you would like to try it with your children, but I think this is something that is very subjective and is also may be suitable to your environment or other environment. Yeah,
I agree, Ahmad. Even not just to say our children, but also the children in Genius Aulad, that they are all individuals. So each individual children is unique to themselves. So it's different. So you're sharing from experience, right, Ahmad?
Yeah.
Okay, looking at our topic for today, raising happy and confident children. Raising happy, confident children is challenging enough. What more in academics and life, Encik Ahmad? So I think today, can we have it in general, raise happy, confident children, not just in academics and life, but generally. Is that okay, Encik Ahmad?
No, sure. But yeah, as we said, this is our sharing and chatting with all the parents out there, so that inshallah during this so-called stressful lockdown, this can distract them a little bit, and uh, distract myself a little bit. While I'll be able to talk about this, I'll be able to share what I have gone through. Yeah, inshallah.
Okay, boleh, boleh. Encik Ahmad, my first question, through your definition of confident in young children, what's your definition? What's your perspective of confident in young children?
Yeah. You asked me is the ability to actually raise or ask question in a public, or even in a small group, that small group which are generally somebody which is older than you. Yeah. So sometimes, because when we go to a new group that we are not familiar with, we feel probably not confident enough to even talk, or even to speak up. Yeah. But some children that they can actually ask a good question. They can form their opinion even in a group, or in the environment they are not familiar with. Well, it can be come from the bringing up. And also, if you ask me about myself, who was raised up in small kampong, for you to raise up your voice, or even talk to your father when he's having a conversation with his group of people, is considered rude. But
Mhm,
I think
mhm,
in today's parenting, that's no longer a case. But
mhm.
of course, we as a parent, we need to guide them, so that the parents know where's the limit of being rude or not. Yeah.
That,
uh,
that's the famous quote Encik Ahmad zaman tu. Budak kecil jangan menyampuk. Betul tu
Ya,
Encik
tu
Ahmad?
dia. Itulah dia. Budak kecil jangan menyampuk. Sebab tu kalau if you look at in general, I mean in a Malay community, as a
Mhm.
Malay, not many of us have the good oratory skill. Yeah. The ability to speak up in the public. Well, I don't say all, but yeah, because the way we were bring up. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think things has changed tremendously. I think a lot of us now it has improved a lot. For example, uh, mm, just to share, because I have the experience of um, working outside Malaysia, where one of my children was attending the preschool
Mhm.
in Netherlands, actually.
Oh,
So
Netherlands.
yeah.
Which year was that, Encik Ahmad? If
I
you could
was
recall.
is about in 2009 until 2007. Sorry, 2007 until 2010. Is about
Oh, three
quite
years.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So I was there for 3 years. So I think one day my son is actually bringing all his toy in his bag to school. So I asked him, why are you bringing your toy to school? He said, no, this is for my education. He said, what I'm going to do at school, I'm going to go in front and share with all my friends about my toys. At that time, he likes Buzz Lightyear. So I thought it's disturbing. Why you're bringing your toy to school? He said, no, this is for my storytelling. I'll go up in front and I'll share with all my friends about my Buzz Lightyear. So that's how they actually teach your children to speak, and
Uh-huh.
also to describe things. Yeah. But well, over there the environment is different. If you look at the first time I go to his preschool,
Mhm.
I was shocked to see that all of them is playing with the sand. They
Sand.
allow
Sand.
yeah, sand. Yeah, well, of course that's during the summer, because they allow that, because for them, let them feel and let them feel the good and bad about it, then
Mhm.
they'll understand it better.
Meaning, let them experience the
Yes,
playing,
yeah,
Encik Ahmad.
I think that's the word. Let them experience, and judge it for themselves whether it's, oh, this is something now I like it. But even your children nowadays, if you ask them not to do something, they will try to do it. Yeah. And
Of
the other
course,
the
of
other
course.
thing that I notice also, our children, they actually follow what we do more than what we tell them
Say.
to do.
Mm.
Yeah. So um, for that matter, I always share with my spouse that, to make sure, because our children is very good and smart,
Mhm.
they will try to find the soft spot between the two. Yeah. So between two of us, we need to be synchronized, and to make sure that if we say that is yes, then yes. And if we said no, and no for all. I mean, if our spouse said that, our wife said that yes, we allow that, then we also need to say yes. And if say that our wife said no, you can't do that, we need to support that. Yeah. If you go against each other, then they will find which one is the soft spot, then to get it through. Yeah. Our
Can you
children are smart. Yeah.
can you imagine, Cik Ahmad, from a young age, by what you've shared with us just now, at a young age, children dia dah boleh belajar the meaning of being congruent. You know, looking
Yeah.
at the parents.
Yeah.
Even then, at a young age, they boleh tahu whether the parents are congruent or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Cik Ahmad, does confident children translate to them being happy? What's your opinion?
Well, frankly, I think is could be the other way around, and happy children
Mhm.
may encourage them to be confident. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Happy children will probably be a self-confident children, because self-confident, for me, to be self-confident also, your mind need to be free up. Yeah, you need to free yourself from all other things that blocking your mind. So when you are happy, actually you forget about all the issue that you have. I mean, mashallah, everyone, all of us have our own issue, but well, we all manage it. So when we are happy, we forget about all that thing. Then we can speak our mind. So that self confidence come up. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Yeah. So the same thing with our children. Yeah. The moment we make them happy, and then we help them to actually build them their self confidence, and inshallah they will become a self
Oh, great. Okay, Jamat, here comes the $1 million question. Could you share with us how do you raise happy, confident children?
how do I raise happy
How do
confident
you?
children?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I need to make sure that whatever they want, I have to give it. Yeah, but as I said, I mean, the same goes to us. If we can get whatever we wanted in our life, we will be happy. But I think for a children, I think that for our children, for example, that's need to be guided a little bit, in the sense that if well, I'll give an example. My son like Lego, and Lego is very commercialized.
Very.
Every year, I do not know, they have their series. So my son actually knows when the new series is coming. So well, if he get his Lego, he's very happy. Yeah, but I mean, to certain extent, I always tell him, if I have extra, and we don't have anything to spend on other thing, we can buy for you. So but if we don't buy for you, doesn't mean that we don't love you. So
Mm.
because we do not want that when he don't get what he likes, or for him is necessary, he
Mhm.
feel bad, he feel unhappy. Yeah.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, it works so far, but the only thing is he keep on us, because we normally give him during his special day, as
Uh,
for example his birthday.
uh,
So he keep on asking when is the next birthday, so that he can buy the next present. Yeah. um, that's one. The other thing is also, I also allow my children to talk. Yeah. So for me, during eating time, we always make sure that we all together, meaning that breakfast, dinner, and of course sometimes lunch is not
mhm.
always together. but this is time that we create a little conversation, yeah. But we also have a rules like because my eldest is well, he has his own handphone. We always make sure has rules that phone off during the dinner time or eating time, and then we create that conversation. And that's the time that we you can see that how he talks, how he articulate his idea. And also that's the opportunity for us as a parents to help him, yeah. um, Children nowadays, you not like my old days where I mean, when my father said it's white, then you cannot say anything else. But nowadays, we said it's white, but he said no, it's not white. It's something else. So that's how it is.
They have their own
Uh,
opinion, yeah, Jam.
they have their own opinion. So we need to hear that opinion, hear, listen to it uh, attentively, because they will ask you the next question. Because I have sometimes I'm tied up with what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he is trying to share with me something, and I say, yeah, I'm listening. Then he asked me after that, do you understand what I said? Well, as I said, child nowadays are very smart. They
Mm-hmm.
are very clever. I mean, with all the everything that they have nowadays is different during our time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
is definitely challenging, but it's also an interesting journey for me, because what is interesting to see how they develop towards towards that. Yeah.
I think Chapman, I think we are lucky enough to see the change of generations from our time, where whenever our parents say it's white, it's white, it's black, to our generation. I mean, to our child's generation, where they are asking questions. They are not listening anymore. I think first of all, I think it's globalization, because the World Wide Web, because
Yeah.
of the information that's available.
Yeah.
And I think one more, this is me, yeah. Encik Ahmad, I pun nak share, because I think that's
Yeah.
a
Why
very
not?
interesting
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's more of I need to lower down my ego. Sebab kita dah biasa dulu macam, you're a child, you're children, you are my son or you're my daughter, you're not supposed to ask me. You're not supposed to question me. So I think parents, we need to, me, I need to lower my ego. Somewhere lah macam, I want this, but I don't want that. We need to respect their opinion when they ask questions. Yes, it's not being rude, but they're just being apa ni, they just want to know. So sometimes I ni zaman dulu macam cepat sikit marah, but because I didn't understand the concept, okay, because it's new. So zaman dulu pun memang my parents garang. So now I lower down my ego, and when they ask for something because I should set the apa ni, I should set the example dulu. When they ask something from me, I'll do it for them. Kalau tidak, nanti diorang akan tanya, semuanya ayah suruh ayah je, tapi kalau ayah suruh ayah tak buat pula.
Yeah.
Kan
Exactly.
Cik Ahmad kan? So I
Exactly.
think sekarang ni
Yeah.
it's different, and I believe so, that we are changing in a different environment where children ask. It's not that they are being rude, because
Yeah.
they're being inquisitive. Diorang memang nak tahu. Betul Encik Ahmad?
They really have inquisitive mind. I mean, it remind me of when my wife trying to ask my son to wash the dishes, for example. Uh, he said that why they didn't well, anyway, that's why I'm saying the children nowadays, they actually observe more. Yeah, so that's why once a while, if that's what we wanted, for example, we do it ourselves. I think probably is goes to the corporate environment, leadership by example.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same like we at home with our children, leadership by example. So if we wanted them to do it that way, we do it that way first.
Mm.
Interesting to share that my sister, she don't has a children, so she actually adopted one. Yeah.
Oh, Masya Allah,
So
that's
this child is not from our relative, nothing to do with our relative.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
But over a year, after I think 20 years, the son, the adopted son, actually walk exactly like my brother-in-law, my sister wife.
Oh
So you
yeah.
see, yeah, you see how they actually really follow what you do.
Mm.
He walks exactly. I say even I look at the back, the way he walks is exactly like my brother-in-law. So I said, amazing these children, yeah. So
Amazing. Wah, there's no apa ni, they're not related genetically
yeah,
pun.
no, they are not. But I
Wow.
think it's because he's being in that environment. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's his father, his mother. So yeah. So I think that's always what I remind myself. If what I wanted my child to do, I have to do it
Mm.
first. Yeah. Not that I tell him to do that, but I didn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So because the same concept like we at the office leadership, by example, you as a leader, you do first, then your inshallah your team
InsyaAllah.
member will follow you.
InsyaAllah, I totally agree on that. Where bila when they look at us as parents, as leaders in the family, and they look up to us and they see that, hey, he is doing what he says. He walks the talk. So
Yeah.
indirectly they become happy to follow.
Yeah.
Betul Encik Ahmad?
Yeah.
Okay Encik Ahmad, I have one more question. Boleh Encik Ahmad?
Boleh
It's
inshallah.
about parents punya expectations. We know that for a fact that parents punya expectations towards our children sekarang ni sangat tinggi. They want straight A's. You can speak by a certain amount of age. I want you to do not just a curriculum but extracurricular activities pun you kena juga ni. Do you think that this expectation, can we have these expectations as parents, and if we have that, how do you manage that, Encik Ahmad?
mm,
Macam,
mm,
kita definitely have expectations, but if they don't meet, macam mana, Encik Ahmad?
mm. Well, if you ask me, I do not want to create that so-called unnecessary pressure to my children. Yeah, so I have an experience when my eldest um, score brilliantly in their exam, and then the next one I remember that he came to me and said to me, "I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
not as good as my brother and my sister." I said,
Allah.
no. I said, I give him a hug. I said, no, that's not the end of the world. I said, uh, this is just the beginning. Yeah. So for me, what I would like to share, or what I would like expect from my children is basically I will allow them to choose what they wanted, but of course we guide them.
Of
Yeah,
course.
because probably they may not have certain information about what they wanted to do, and we guide them. But as long as what they wanted to do is nothing against anything good value, or
Mhm.
against anything that we think is not good, then I think it's fine for me. I don't think I wanted to put unnecessary pressure to my children, because I
Mhm.
think they need to be happy to be self-confident.
Oh, that's great. That's great,
Yeah,
Encik Ahmad. Okay,
yeah.
Encik Ahmad. Any last words, Encik Ahmad, to our parents, so that they too can also raise happy and confident children?
I think but to be frank, all the children that we have is actually they are smart, they are brilliant, and we are the one who's supposed to guide them and help them. And I think I cannot deny the fact that you need a lot of passion, and I'm talking about myself as well, because the way we were raised before is different
Mhm.
what they are now. But inshallah, that passion, you can see that at the end of the day, they become a good person, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Encik Ahmad, for the great advice, inshallah. So we've come to an end of our session. Thank you so much, Encik Ahmad, for
Thank
your
you, Cik Azhar. Yeah,
advice and wisdom.
yeah.
Inshallah, parents, if you think this is a good video, I mean, this is a good session, please share this video with all our other parents, so that it becomes more beneficial to others as well. And like Encik Ahmad says that you have to have passion, and remember educating even parents, educating, it takes a lot of time. to you, so that you nak nampak dia punya end result. Sometimes it's not when they're 9, sometimes it's not when they're 17, sometimes it's when they're 23. It can affect them until they're 40 and 50 over. Is that correct, Chairman?
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much, Chairman, for your sharing. Inshallah, next week we're gonna have another session with another guest from our management team. Thank you so much, parents, for your support.
Thank you, parents. Yeah, thank you all the parents out there. And then let's be patient. We have another week of lockdown, inshallah, and after that, certain economic sector will be relieved, and inshallah, probably certain thing will be released, and inshallah, we have a bit of freedom to move around. But I think is for all of us. Yeah. Inshallah, stay safe, everyone.
You too, Chairman.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for listening.
You're welcome.